Regret is one of the hardest emotions to carry, but it's also one of the most misunderstood emotions. Most people think regret means you failed, that you made the wrong choice, and that it's the end of your life, that you wasted time, that you should have known better. But regret is simply a sign that you've grown. You only regret decisions your past self made because your present self has more awareness, more maturity, more perspective. And so regret isn't a punishment, it's proof that you're evolving and learning. And so here's the part that people get wrong: you don't heal regret by replaying the past, you heal by correcting your future. You can't go back and fix what happened, but you can make sure the next time or the next version of you never repeats the same choices. And so regret becomes dangerous when it freezes you, when you use it as a reason to hate yourself, and when you allow it to convince you that you're completely broken. But regret can be powerful when you use it correctly. It shows you what you value, it shows you where you were wrong, it shows you the gap between who you were and who you want to become. So you're not meant to stay stuck in regret. You're meant to learn from it, carry the lesson, and move forward, lighter than you came. Because the truth is, you made the best decision you could with the version of yourself you were and the information you had at that time. And now, you know better. So you do better. So don't let regret define you, let it refine you.
Keep on going. I feel like regret is one of the worst emotions that an individual can feel. And it's like we always have life is full of ups and downs, as I always say. And you may start something and then you get them odd days where it's like, I can't be bothered. I just don't see a point. I don't see that I'm losing the vision. I just not in a mood. Do you know what I mean? Or I got this and that going on, or this big situation's happening in my life and it's like overshadowing what I'm working on. But I just feel like keep going, because the worst thing is regret and looking back and feeling like I wish I continued, or imagine if I captured this moment and that moment. Do you know what I mean? Like with me, prime example, I've stopped social media so many times. It's like, I don't know why, but I've stopped it so many times, yeah, even though I always have a group of people that are drawn to me, my social media, like they like my content, they find it helpful. Even though I know it makes me feel fulfilled when I help people, I stop doing it. And I honestly don't know why. Um, but prime example, when it comes to like content and capturing moments of your life, there's nothing worse than having like a lit moment or just a moment that is that you're able to share with everybody that you don't capture because you're not doing it at that moment in time. Do you get what I mean? So there's just so many examples, like just like education. Some people may go back and do their education again, or they may, just go through different transitions of doing their education, whether it's college, uni. Some people have to like repeat uni or repeat things and whatever the weather. And it's like, imagine if you took it seriously the first time. It doesn't, I feel like starting late doesn't really matter, to be fair, because what's meant for you will be for you. I always say it. So starting late doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how late you start, or the disadvantages in your life. It just all, everything will go how it's meant to go. But just imagine if you keep going where you will be, if that makes sense. So yeah, man. And just, I always speak about like um the importance of tunnel vision, keep going. It's harder that it's easier said than done, but it's just like it's all about how you see things, your mindset, you know. Perception matters. How you see oppression. I even had I had a service the other day, last week, and it was about oppression, yeah. And it's like sometimes when we go through oppression and difficulties in life and challenges, we just see it as difficult, like challenges, but we don't see who's behind it, and really it's the devil. If you think about it, the devil, he's been around for so long, centuries, so he knows like our weaknesses, like the humanity, the things they fall for, their weaknesses, how much it is easy to get them to doubt themselves and to basically carry out God's will when you really think about it. So when you go through certain things, certain oppression in like certain things is happening, don't be surprised. Especially, look, you're not going to be attacked if you are not great, if you don't have greatness, if you're not going to do God's will, if you are not filled with purpose. So when oppression happens, it's important. What's important is how you look at it, you know, because it's so easy to feel sorry for yourself and to feel self-pity, but it's like it's all about how you see it. So yeah, guys, quick vid. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bye.
I'm not going to be the one to tell y'all the same thing as everybody else when it comes to letting go of regret. Oh, learn from it. All these same things everybody says over and over. I'm not going to be that person. The real truth about regret is that at every point in life when we make a decision, we 100% believe that it's the best option that we could take. It's only after we see how it plays out and it has an unfavorable outcome in our opinion that we then regret it. If everything went perfect, we wouldn't regret it at all. We'd probably brag about it. And so it's in that moment that I realized every action we take in this life, every decision we make, it can be seen as a regret. If I back out of my driveway without looking back, I don't check to see if anybody's walking or if a car is going by and I hit somebody, I now look at that as a mistake and I regret it. But say if I did that 1,000 times before it and I never hit anybody, I didn't look at it as a regret ever because it didn't turn into a mistake. Everything we do, every move we make has the chance to become a mistake that we go on to regret. Understand that. In reality, we never know what our decisions is going to lead to. And school has taught us that there's only one right choice. So in life, when we make decisions, we now have that mindset. So when something doesn't work out the way we want it to, we think, okay, the other option must have been the right one and I just made a mistake and I folded. In reality, the other option could have led us to a worse and shorter route. And so we got to learn to live with the decision and the choice that we make. Once again, knowing that at that moment, we thought that that was 100% the best option we could have made. And if we was in that same situation again, we would have made that same choice. It's really that simple. And understanding that gave me the perspective I needed to understand that regret is literally a waste of time. And I can't spend any more time regretting things that I felt was completely the best option I could have made, the best decision I could have made for my life going forward. Beat the